Okay, so in this video, we're gonna dive deep into some ideas on how to declutter and simplify your home. Now, I wanna get started by saying this, because if you already feel like you are maxed out, like you spend your entire day doing laundry and dishes and taking care of the kids and cooking food and you're just completely overwhelmed, then the idea of forking out even more time to start trying to clean out drawers and dig through bins and stuff is just gonna sound like I'm asking you to do the impossible. And so what I wanna tell you and encourage you with is this. The laundry and the dishes are always going to be there, and let them pile up. I would highly recommend you devote, even if it's 10 minutes, 20 minutes a day for the next month or so, to really cleaning out and getting rid of things. Because once you have cleaned out and gotten rid of things, those things you will literally never have to pick up again. The dishes and the laundry are always going to be there to some extent. The things that you get rid of, that you donate, that you clean out your house from, you will never have to pick up again. So while at the moment it's kind of painful and hard, it's actually going to give you back so much time in the long run that you're able to then do those dishes and take care of that laundry and not be stretched so thin while trying to juggle decluttering as well. So with that being said, I hope that's a little bit of encouragement before we dive into the really practical ways that you can go about decluttering your home. So don't try to organize a whole bunch of stuff you're just going to get rid of. What I recommend you do first is you just purge. Get rid of things, donate things. And so I'm going to give you a couple of different ideas of how to do this. Now, I don't want to have my entire course focused on decluttering each room of your house and like doing walkthrough videos of like me doing it alongside of you, because I've done it so many times. I don't think I would find a ton to get rid of at this point. And also there are entire YouTube channels dedicated to that. And so I'm going to give you some methods that I've done that work really well. But if you want to go deeper into really going room by room, cupboard by cupboard with somebody on YouTube, and having them kind of walk alongside you and just inspire you as you're doing that in your own home, then I will list in the description box down below a couple of people that I recommend that I've watched as I've gone on that journey that have really motivated me. So now let me give you some practical ideas. There's a few ways to do this. The first thing I recommend you do is pick a room in your house. Now, personally, I would either pick your bedroom or the living room. The reason why I would pick your bedroom is because your bedroom is the first place you see in the morning and it's the last place you see at night. And so I really want our bedroom to be a place that is really restful and peaceful, that just doesn't feel like it is an endless list of things I have to do and things I haven't been able to accomplish and take care of. And so I try and keep our room really simple. So that's one place that you can start. It's also kind of nice because I know everybody does things differently, but our room is kind of our sacred place that I don't let the kids just play in all the time. And so it kind of stays a little nicer, which is also really nice. The other place though that I would recommend you start is your living room. And the reason why I'd start in the living room is because the living room is the place, at least in our family, that we probably see the most. Like visually, you see it kind of from almost anywhere in the house. You walk through it hundreds of times every day. It's where people congregate, it's where people hang out. And so you get a ton of momentum when you start in a room like that, because every time you pass through it afterwards, you're like, oh my goodness, this is so much nicer. I really like this. I want to do this to my whole house. So just pick a room, any room, and then break down that room as small as you need the task to be in order for you actually to be able to accomplish it. So this can either be you going in with a couple trash bags and literally tackling the entire room over the course of maybe a day. This all kind of will depend too on how much you own and how much you actually want to clean out. But you can either do something like that where you kind of just do one big sweep. Sometimes around Christmas time, I will literally go through my whole house with a trash bag just over the course of a day. And as I find things, put things in. Or you can break it down and do it really small. Maybe that idea is super overwhelming. Maybe you're like, I cannot fork out an entire day in my already chaotic life to dedicate to decluttering my house. That's totally okay. That could be really overwhelming. Then what I recommend you do instead is set the timer. And you can start it with 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. I would recommend probably 20 minutes. And then then if you get enough momentum, you're like, hey, this is actually going pretty well, you can keep going. Or if you're like, that is all I can handle for the day, be done for the day. Another thing that you can do is you can do like a 30-day challenge. You can find these on YouTube where for 30 days you're cleaning out a certain amount of items every day and getting rid of them. Or they take you through each area of your house, every type of thing you could have, and for 30 days you're just purging. You can do things like have a trash bag and be like, in 5 minutes, I'm gonna see how many items I can put in this trash bag. Or I'm just going to fill up this trash bag until I've gathered, let's say 10 items, something like that. The next thing that I recommend that you do is you have 2 different bags and a bin. So one bag is for trash, one bag is for donation, and then the bin is for your maybe stuff. And this is super helpful, especially if you are doing this on a timer or if you're a bit of a perfectionist. Because if you find an item, let's say you find this scrunchie and you're like, oh my goodness, I could use this scrunchie. I could have my kids use this scrunchie. Oh my goodness. And you waste 5 minutes deciding whether to keep the scrunchie or not. And it's hard to decide, throw it in the maybe bin. And then all you have to do is keep that maybe bin with anything that you couldn't decide on for sure. And put that maybe bin somewhere, and at some point you'll pull it out, maybe a month or 2 later, look through it again, and it'll give you so much clarity. There's things that I've pulled out of my maybe bin where I'm like, I can't believe I was gonna get rid of this. And then there's other things where I'm like, I can't believe I wanted to save this. I don't even like this thing. And so just having it away in its own little spot, it eliminates all that time that you would have taken trying to decide, where then you can dedicate all that time into those items that are just so clearly like, oh, this is complete garbage. Oh, I actually really love this thing. Oh, this is just something I need to give away. So that's really, really helpful when it comes to decluttering. So what I recommend you do now, if your place is really messy, is find some of the YouTube channels I'm gonna have listed below. Go maybe watch a video while you work alongside them in the room they're doing. Listen to what they have to say, consider what they're doing, get motivated, and then tackle whatever space it is in your home or whatever amount you're able to do without getting completely overwhelmed and just feeling completely burnt out. And then remember that every single thing you're getting rid of, yes, you're getting behind on the dishes, you're getting behind on the laundry, but the coolest thing is everything you clean out of your house is stuff you no longer have to handle. You're freeing up time. So then doing the dishes and the laundry is not such a big deal. So find those people. And then what I recommend you do is you either dedicate like the next 30 days, I'm going to, go through these rooms in my house, or I'm going to declutter for 20 minutes a day, or just something like that, where you make it as easy as possible. And when we go back to the first video where I talked about the whole mindset behind this, you want to create a home that facilitates what it is that your family is aiming for, what it is that your family values. And when you have that in mind, it makes things that you're trying to decide whether to keep or get rid of a lot more clear. And also, I want to tell you, at this point in the game, you don't need to find like a permanent place to keep every item that you're going through in your house. Your goal right now is to just, as quickly as you can, clean out as much stuff as you can. Because if you start to organize or you start to systematize a whole bunch of stuff you don't actually need that you could be getting rid of, you're literally shooting yourself in your foot and you're just wasting your time. Because what you need to do is you need to have your palette clean enough that then you're like, oh, these 5 pairs of scissors I really need, and I now have a place in my drawer that I can keep them. Oh, all these books that I have everywhere, I now know where they all are, and I know I have only the ones that I want to keep, and so I know that I have the shelf that I can print them on. So don't waste energy and time trying to systematize a whole bunch of stuff before you've gone through it. Always start by purging, always start by cleaning out. And then after you've cleaned out and purged, then you can move on to figuring out like, where do I want to permanently keep these things that I actually need for my family or that I actually love. So that's what I want to encourage you with. And we will talk so much more about systems in phase 2 because systems are huge. So I hope that encourages you. Go and watch some of those videos. I hope that what I said gives you some ideas of at least how to start. And I also wanted to mention, you don't need to tackle laundry yet. Wait for laundry until my next video, which is going to be all about laundry, before you try to tackle it, because I think I'm going to share some things in there with you that will just give you so much more clarity about how to really simplify laundry, simplify your wardrobes, and so you'll just be able to go in and conquer your laundry so much more easily and with so much more clarity than before you watch that video. So start somewhere that is not laundry related. Okay, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.